my mum gave me all my old school reports. She's clearing out all the old crap. So that was quite funny. Basically, a decline over the years. The further back you go, the better it is. It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse. And there's endless sentences of Kevin has a lot of potential, but doesn't apply himself. There's clearly a lot of ability there, but doesn't do any work.
Yeah.
And I remember I wanted to. I just couldn't. I really wanted to. It wasn't like I didn't care. I did. I really, really wanted to work hard. I just couldn't. I don't know what it was. When I grew up, I could, but I don't know what was that. I don't know. I can't explain what that is. I didn't do anything until the third year of my degree.
I personally think this is sort of because I went through a very similar thing, and it's a sort of lack of interest in what you're doing. There's a sort of, well, you must learn this, you must learn that, you must learn this, and the teacher's not inspired by it. You're not inspired by it. It basically comes down to can you put up and just get on with it, and even though you're bored out your brains, and I could never do that.
Teaching wasn't what it is now. I know that, and I know that teachers were just decided I'm going to be a teacher now, and they could be a teacher. The whole sort of academic theory behind teaching wasn't there. It's quite recent. It's like started in the late 80s almost. But I can't blame. Oh, well, they didn't teach me properly. It's not my fault. It is my fault, and I knew it was my fault then, and I knew this doesn't matter. I can just go away and do it, and I couldn't. Did I not find it? Maybe I just didn't. Yeah, I mean, I was doing other things, obviously, but it did coincide with me discovering music, and that was kind of all I did, nothing else.
Well,
just practice doing that. And you can do it faster and faster and faster. Wow, look how fast I can do that. Can you play anything else? Not really, but I can do this. You learn the hard bits first. Yeah, I mean, I would do like 5 hours of guitar a day.
Well, that goes to show, though, doesn't it? If you're sort of, I mean, I was the same. If there was something I was interested in, you wouldn't have to chase me to do it. I would just do it.
Yeah.
And I'd do it to excess.
I suppose I had no sense. I wasn't able to be moderate. That's the problem. It was extreme. I like this. I'm only going to do this, nothing else. I mean, our school didn't do computer science. Why the hell did I go to that school? Mate, and even A-level. I stayed on for A-levels, but didn't do computing. I could have gone to the college to do computing 1 day a week. I didn't. Why the hell? I could have got an A easily. I just didn't do it. I just do not understand. I think I just remember frustration. I don't know what it is. I don't know what changed that enabled me to do stuff. And when I say do stuff, I mean we don't. We still struggle with that, don't we? But when I have to get things done, I can do things.
Well, yeah, we do mess about a bit.
I think the computer thing was a hindrance because I didn't have to think about what I wanted to do for a job. I didn't have to worry about any of that. I thought, well, yeah, I'll learn this at school. I'm going to be a programmer there, so I don't have to do any of this. I don't think. I remember. You see, I do. My perception was that there was a sort of contempt from the teachers. And I even remember sarcastic comments. I do remember Mr. Chadwick saying about, well, you're going to have to be able to work with people unless you're going to be a computer programmer, and then you don't have to do anything, do you? I do remember that. But again, although I felt that at the time, that in itself doesn't affect the fact that I already knew I should just get on with it. But I didn't.
Well, I mean, my issue was I could never really decide what I wanted to do with life. And is that such a strange thing?
That's not, is it? No.
At 14 years old? Oh, you need to choose your subjects that you want to specialise in because this will affect what job you can get. So what job do you want to do and choose those subjects? Oh, I don't know. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, this seems like such a simplistic thing to point out, but I really think, I work in education, and I've worked in sort of both ends of it, so I've seen a stretch of what happens, and I genuinely think people should do things later. There's a rush to get through your education by the time you're 21, or even 18. It used to be 16, it's now 18. And you're not ready to do it. Everybody, even people who did well, think, well, if I could go back, I could do it much better now. I could get into it. And so why do we have to do it so early? People say, well, 30 is the new 20 and 40 is the new 30 and all that. Why not? Young people can do menial jobs, a small number of hours a week. They can, you've got to have safeguards in place, etc., to avoid exploitation, because they already are exploited, aren't they? And then you can do your education at a later date. You still have school. Maybe after 16, you still have school, but it's only like 2 days a week, and you're doing something else in between. And then when you get sort of 20, you should be looking at degrees or looking at apprenticeships and things like that. But maybe that process should happen much slower. Maybe a degree shouldn't be 3 years full time.
I don't know.
And there's more option to change your mind.
Well, I think you should be learning. You should be getting like a good education, widespread education, but you should be learning to do the things that you want to do and get it done. So when you learn to do that, you learn to take on the new skills required to get something done.
Yes.
So learning should be about
learning.
Projects. Yeah. You want to do this. So okay, how are you going to go and do it? What do you need to know, and pick up your education secondary, rather than we're going to sit you down and you're going to repeat the times table until you know the times table, and then you'll know maths.
Yeah, then you're maths.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you've got a project which requires a little bit of maths, let's say you want to program a game or something like that, so you need to get a simple understanding of vectors or something like that.
Yes.
You will learn it.
I mean, that's the argument for apprenticeships, isn't it? But it will mean you can get narrow. You can be stuck on a path then. You never learnt simultaneous equations, so you can't do this. You can't design aircraft software because there's lots of.
But I mean, the point is you are picking up skills to pick up the knowledge you need in order to get something done. So even if you don't know something, you have the ability to learn it.
That's what a degree is supposed to be, actually. It's supposed to be much more abstract and academic than it's become. Certainly in this country, it's become extremely focused on being vocational. And someone who's done a degree in history should be an expert in history by the end of it. They should be a historian. Someone who's done a degree in I don't want to say engineering or something, because they should. But yeah, and remember the point of going to university is supposed to be acquisition of knowledge. It's supposed to be for the sake of it. That's what helps society and all that stuff, not basically teaching people a vocational subject so they can go and have a job.
Yeah,
that should be an apprenticeship.
Interesting.